I think it's just being confident in who I am and believing in myself, and I just want to continue to win. Like, whatever it is, I just want to win. I just feel like Sydney is it is a big city, but in saying that, I think it is a very relaxed city and very easygoing city, and, you know, great people. But the coffee is so good here, so it's cool just being able to go to like these local coffee shops, chill, drink coffee, you know, talk to the boys. I think the feeling of being just home, there's something different about being home. It's a sense of pride of being Australian. I got a family out here. I think basketball has become such a big sport now in Australia, and people are willing to watch it, people are willing to play the game, and it's just growing so much now. So it's cool seeing like just how big basketball has become here. Me and my older brother with a basketball. It's cool seeing this picture because like I really wouldn't have played basketball, I don't think, if it wasn't for my brother.
Growing up with Josh, fondest memory is probably just one-on-one in the front yard. We had a little rim that went up and down, and we'd always put it down, play one-on-one. 10 times out of 10, it ended in a fight.
It's so competitive, but like he is a great role model for me, and still to this day, he's a great role model.
We're always competing, but at the end of the day, like it's all coming from a healthy place, because top to bottom, we're super close.
Growing up in Australia, like, people say, you know, don't dream too far, but I was like, that's a little far, you know, like it's a big jump from being like from Western Sydney in Australia. You don't really see NBA a lot.
Everything that he's had to endure mentally, physically, emotionally to get where he's at.
I had the craziest bow legs in the world. My parents actually thought that I was gonna have to get surgery for it as a kid, but they started getting better, I guess.
And I think it's very easy to, you know, just from the outside looking in, just see him in the position that he's in now. When you stack all of the wins and losses along the way, like he's definitely worked for it, he's definitely earned it. So yeah, very, very proud of him.
It's cool now because like Dallas really does feel like home, and I love being in Dallas. It's good to be back and, you know, get back into the rhythm of things with the Mavericks. Just preparing my body for the season, you know, playing 82 games. You know, the NBA season is a different ball game. It's games every second night. So for me, it's just making sure my body is completely ready to go and it's fresh. I think I've learned a lot from Luka and Kyrie, you know, whether it's on the court or just off the court. Two of the best players, you know, all time. So for me, it's like my goal is obviously I want to be the best player I can be, because that comes to cool individual stuff. But when the whole team wins, everybody wins personally. So that's what I want to do. Love my fashion. I think it's like something that I've always wanted to, you know, even from such a young age. Like I went to King's School, I thought it was the coolest thing in the world to wear a suit to school. It's our, you know, job, and I think it's important to stay professional. So I take pride in like what I wear and clothes I wear, and it's fun. It gives you something to do on the side of basketball. It's just dressing nice and nothing too crazy, but just trying to look good. I made this with Subi this summer actually. So I chose a bomber jacket just because it's like, it's different, and you can dress it up, you can dress it down. Did it like more of a basic look so that, you know, you kind of don't look like too flashy going out, like nobody's names on this or nothing. So this is pretty cool. I love pants, I love different like type of pants. I got these from Denim Tears the other day. And then my boy, he used to play rugby in Australia, started Earl's Collection. Great Australian brand, and it's growing like crazy. These are my go-tos in Australia. Vomeros, I like, at first, like I was just like, they're cool. Like I thought they looked cool. Like they're also cool because I wore these when I was a kid as like running shoes. Like they were like my running shoes. And now they're coming back. Nike's like made them, you know, fashionable now. I've always loved fashion, and I think, you know, the biggest part of fashion is just like wearing what you want to wear. So I get why people have stylists and I think there's amazing stylists out there. But like for me, like there's so many Australian brands that I want to wear. There's stuff that, you know, I want to do, and I think just me in general, you know, I think style is like a fun way for me to be able to like just be confident in me and my fashion, what I like, where I come from. So for me, like fashion, like it really shows like where I come from. I try to wear as much Australian stuff as I can. I have a TN collection, Western Sydney. It's a very Western Sydney shoe. They're in the other room though. Nike TNs were like a big shoe, and especially Western Sydney area, and like it's cool to have. I told somebody at Nike, I was like, dude, like they're actually really hard to get in Australia. So I was like, I need to try to find a way to get some TNs, man. And they came through, and so maybe I definitely rock these out for sure. I really want to open, you know, my own clothing brand one day when I have a little bit more time, and have like a Sydney-based clothing brand. I think that'd be pretty cool. A lot of these clothing brands are all out of America, and being able to have my own place that's Sydney, and I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm so happy at, you know, where I am, but I want so much more still. But it's like also knowing how far I've come, and it just continues to motivate me. People wearing my jersey, you know, I would have never thought that would ever happen as a kid, so it's super cool. Love to do stuff for where I'm from and the community. I was usually the kid going to the camps, and now I have my own camp. It's a pretty cool feeling. It's everything you kind of dreamed of as a kid, and it just continues to motivate you. Honestly, I didn't know what the turnout was going to be because it was like 4 days in advance. And whether it was 5 kids to 100 kids, like just seeing like kids be able to wear or see my name and the excitement when I'm walking past, like it's crazy because I was on the other side of that glass as a kid growing up and seeing other NBA players and whatnot, and so it was crazy. It's like it still hasn't even really like got to me yet, but it definitely will. I want to be remembered as a winner, a guy that cares, and definitely somebody who represents where I come from, and to be able to help kids who've grown up in the same area as me be able to reach their goals.